Welcome into today's 820 episode. By the way, every 820 episode intends to remind you, to guide you, to suggest to you a direction and a depth reference for your resilience. Now, as much as this is important to me, how much passion I feel on every separate and collective 820 Enterprise episodes. I cannot change your life, but I do guarantee today, in these 500 seconds, to change your perspective on this present moment. Lastly, as I prepare to get into today's topic, one more question. Do you know where your heart is right now? If you don't, how about this? Let's keep it at 820. We'll call this topic today an 820 Requiem, the mission. Requiem. Again, not that I'm a word scholar or wordsmith here, but I love that word requiem. And before I get in further into this conversation today, it'd be good to have a definition, wouldn't it? So let's break out the good old dictionary. Requiem. A mass for a dead person. Interesting. Another part of the definition. A musical service or composition in honor of the dead. So this term requiem usually is referring to a service or sermon for the dead. Let's go with that. This discussion today is for the light and life and love within you and I, as common as the resilience that I speak on each day. So that definition from Requiem, it kind of makes sense to me. Since you and I enter into this new day with a common intent in terms of resilience, to live and love this moment like this may represent our last. And with that commitment to drive forward with our organic and sincere directions. To also remember to die in this day, maybe in this moment, maybe in this very moment, with the context of our awareness and acceptance of our respective, independent, yet connected messages, purposes, voices, and missions. Another reason for resilience. Maybe a reason for resilience restated. Meaning, I'm asking you to respect your presence. The reason, purpose, and message and mission is important because those maybe serve as the ballast, if you will, for this message today, for this discussion today. Now, when I just said respect your presence, let me call in something I read the other day from a message or missive from the Grimm, from the elder and East European gentleman with video podcast releases, and then he has an organization and his book, The Grimm Begins, I believe was the title. So the organization is called The Grimm, and then the book was called The Grimm Begins. But I want to cite what he was saying in a particular episode or dispatch from his organization. Let me quote this. Quote, "A man without a mission is easy to spot. He drifts. He reacts. He's always looking at what others are doing, trying to copy or compare. And when the wind changes, so does he. One day, he's chasing money. The next day, he's chasing status. The day after, he's chasing distractions just to fill the emptiness. Without something to wake up for and work on every single day, a man becomes weak, easily influenced, pulled in 100 directions by people who do have a mission. That's why the strongest men you know all share one thing: clarity. They may disagree on the details, but they wake up with purpose. And purpose is armor. Ask yourself right now, if I stripped away your schedule, your inbox, your calendar, what's the mission underneath? If you don't know, you'll be a pawn on someone else's board. Grimm is full of men who have answered this question. Different missions, same fire. That's why it works. So don't wait for someone else to hand you direction. Choose your mission, or another man will choose it for you. Unquote. That's just beautiful. And simply put, in straightforward, clear words. Remember, clarity, mission. And kind of funny that having come across this maybe a week or two ago, and then reflecting or connecting that statement to the website you might have checked out, 820podcast.com. Right there, somewhere in the middle of that page, I talk about the message and the purpose. And also a quick summary of the process that I propose to you to consider, maybe even adapt or change. Key terms of meet, mirror, message, mission. In the first page, you'll see that word, mission, very possible. But I think what Mr. Grimm mentioned is quite salient and simple to take in, to digest, and then to implement in your life. Have your direction. Have expressed and defined your mission. Redefined or refined your message. All that are key components in your purpose. And you have to put it out, either in written or in audio. The voice that reflects you, your purpose, and your mission today. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it is always 820.